Yeah, I was like, what? Like, what is this? Like, I don't know what flirting is. I don't know what
Yeah.
sliding in the DMs is. Like, but yeah, I remember because there's a bunch of these boys who used to like pick on me back in elementary school, and some of them did slide into my DMs, and like, I don't know, it made me more annoyed than anything. I was like, really? Like, now you want to talk to me? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I would just show my sister, and I'd be like, look who decided to hit me up. We just laugh. But yeah, and I like dating for me, especially like being so overweight. It was like for me, just for me,
Yeah,
and being
yeah.
just so, I don't know. Sometimes I guess I'm weird. Um, my dating experience was so not good, you know. But the boys that I would go on dates with back then, like I guess they found me again, and they would like come back and be like, you know, we should go out. There was this one guy who, like, I think I just went on one date with him, and then he ghosted me, and I was like, oh, like, ouch, but okay, move on.
Wait, before the surgery.
Yeah,
Yeah,
before surgery. This was pre.
yeah.
Yeah, this was
So you went on
360-pound me.
yeah.
Like,
So you guys went on a date and then he just
yeah,
ghosted you.
and he just ghosted me, and like, sadly, like that was the norm for me. But
Yeah.
he like slid into my DMs
Yeah.
recently, and he's like, hey, like you never hit me up after the date, and I was like, oh, like, sir, I was blocked, like I couldn't.
Oh.
And so I was so mad. I was like, excuse me, like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know, just like things like that will happen, and I
Yeah.
think it's weird, but yeah, I'm still getting used to it. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm dating someone right now, and
Yeah.
I don't know, I've never had a non-toxic relationship, and which is so bad, but
Yeah.
I think this is my first one that's like not toxic, and I can tell like sometimes things I do, I think I'm still like trying to heal from the
Yeah.
past toxic relationships, but you know, getting there, trying.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like maybe I feel like a lot of time maybe, and then just my observation, like it's when you're struggling yourself, it's really hard to be in a relationship. When you're struggling yourself,
Oh
you know.
yeah.
Yeah, so I've been there where, like, I'm like, I'm just not in a good place in life, but I'm just
Mhm.
for some reason I don't know why I'm going trying to get a relationship. But then I feel like that, if you're not, if you're not, if you're not happy with yourself, you gotta find some time to, like, take care of yourself first.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if you're not happy and you add on the responsibility of trying to make somebody else happy, oh my god, that's just like,
Oh my gosh.
whew,
Yeah. And
you know,
like me being big, I would always be like, oh my gosh, like I'm so honored this guy even wants to like go out with me. Like, so I
yeah,
would just do anything and everything for them. And,
yeah,
you know, I would just take like the mental abuse. I would just
yeah,
take the like
yeah,
lies and whatever, just because I
yeah,
was like, oh, I should because I'm disgusting. Like I always thought
yeah.
that about myself. And so, yeah.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because I know I do know some girls like that, and there are they're, they struggle with their own health and with their own body, and then
Yeah.
I see them in toxic relationships, and they're like just getting abused and whatever, and I always say, why you like, like, why are you accepting that? And that was always their case, like, oh, like they, because of their, how they look, whatever, they feel like they're like, they have to take it, or they can't find somebody else. They just gotta settle whoever's willing to get them. Then that's why I
Yeah.
always tell people, like, just take some time, like, whatever you're going through, like, you know don't feel like you have to rush it, because I know Polynesian dating, we have to, like, get married ASAP.
Yeah, it's like the next week you're engaged.
Like, our family wants us to get married right after high school. So
Like,
I know that dynamic also put a lot of pressure on women to get married, but I always just want to just tell girls, like, don't be afraid to take some time for yourself and find yourself, love yourself first. um so that way, you don't, so you don't, like, your validation of who you are and how you feel about yourself is not dictated by somebody else, you
oh
know
yeah, absolutely. And there's like, I have some friends who are like, you know, they're married, but they're not happy.
yeah,
And, you know, like back in the day, like, you know, people would tell me their problem, like, you should just leave, like, love yourself, like, you're beautiful. But like, I wouldn't ever take that advice for myself. But so you're like, so many girls deal with it, and it makes me so sad because there's a lot of women out there, especially poly women, who like, they could do so much better, you know, like they don't have to take that from whoever they're dating, or, you know, like I went through it. Like I shouldn't have, but
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know, that feeling of like being loved when you don't love yourself.
Yeah.
It's like, it's everything. And, you know, the minute they like falter from it, it's like, oh my God, like, let me do whatever I can to make you stay. Like, I'll even take this abuse from you, and it's terrible.
Yeah. So when I know you see you're in a relationship now, right? So, you know, and I'm happy to hear you are in a relationship, and you said it's a healthy one. So I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, first one.
So yeah, can you talk about, you know, I'm interested here in your perspective of a healthy relationship. So for everybody that's listening, I'm sure they, especially the women right now, that kind of went through your own experience and they want to define date too. So like, you know, what are things that you consider a healthy relationship that you learn now that you noticed that wasn't prevalent in your previous relationships? So what's something? Yeah, go ahead. Yep.
Oh, sorry.
No, you good.
Like, definitely, like, if he makes you feel beautiful, like, it's sad to say, like, I never felt that with any of my past relationships. I was kind of just there for like a good time, or just like to make them happy. And I think like in a healthy relationship, you should know that you're happy, you know, like there's always going to be ups and downs, and like, you know, you'll have your little fights here and there, but it shouldn't ever be something that's like, that will hurt you, you know, like, I don't know.
I think what you're saying is like there's a difference between having ups and downs in a relationship than somebody intentionally trying to hurt you in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
We make mistakes. There's a difference between a mistake and somebody purposely trying to, you know, hurt you.
Like
That's different.
Ruin you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like blow blows to you.
Yeah,
and like,
yeah.
I think if he calls you like names, I think that's a huge like red flag. And that because I thought that was like normal. I was like, oh yeah, he can call me the B word. That's fine. He can tell me that I'm like fat and I need to do this and do that. But like, I haven't heard that once from this guy. And I, you know, I do think it's a big red flag, and guys, like, they need to respect you, you know? Respect is a huge thing in a healthy relationship. And I think you need to feel safe as well. If there's ever like a hint of that, you know, that heart drop that you feel when you're not in a good place and you're not safe, I think immediate leave.
Yeah, you shouldn't feel fear. That's what they say, you know.
Yeah,
you shouldn't feel afraid because of being in that relationship.
Yeah,
you know. Yeah. I want to ask you is you know, do you ever, you know, I'm just curious, do you ever run into these guys that from the past? Do you ever run in public?
No, thankfully no. No. I have not yet, but I can say that I don't know what I would do if I saw them again.
All right.
Yeah, no. One of them, I think, is in jail, so.
Okay.
Have them stay there. So, yeah, that tells you. I didn't have the best taste back then.